You're watching Channel 7's East Texas News at 10 with Chuck McDonald, Dana Kay, meteorologist John Adams, Rob Willman on sports, and the East Texas News team.
I'm Dennis Drummond. It's Earth Day 1992. Do you know what your kids are up to? That story up next.
Hi, I'm Angela Kane with Advanced Temporaries, and we're participating in the Tyler Cleanup Day on Saturday, May 2nd. Won't you please come join us?
More, the Henderson County PRCA Stampede Rodeo draws the best cowboys in America to the 7th Annual Stampede, April 23rd through 25th in Athens. Come join the professional cowboys and the clowns, plus the excitement of the Rodeo Queens contest. The rodeo starts at 8 p.m. each night at the Covered Arena on Highway 31 in Athens. Thursday night is Wrangler Night. All tickets are $6 each. Sponsors include Elder Dodge, Brookshire Food Stores, Dr. Pepper, and KLTV Channel 7, proud of East Texas. The best of the best rodeos. Call the Athens Chamber of Commerce for ticket information.
Presenting our Mother's Day celebration, featuring Plymouth Voyager, going on now at your Chrysler Plymouth dealers. We've stocked up on Voyagers just for this special Mother's Day event. You get a driver's minivan airbag for extra safety and the world's first built-in child seat, plus $500 cash back. What a great way to say thanks, Mom. But hurry, these Mother's Day deals end May 10th. So act now. See your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer today.
KLTV Channel 7. This is East Texas News at 10.
A city blown apart. The sewers of Guadalajara have exploded and the death toll is mounting. Good evening, I'm Dana Kay.
And I'm Chuck McDonald. The top story this hour, the Guadalajara explosions. There were at least 9 blasts underground today, each creating an enormous crater. Nearly 200 are confirmed dead, 600 more injured, and 1,000 buildings are heavily damaged. Guadalajara is about 600 miles southwest of Brownsville with a population of 3 million. Mary Ellen Spooner reports.
Rescue workers are still trying to find survivors in the rubble left by this morning's sewer line explosions, and trained dogs have been brought in to sniff out the victims. Mexican authorities say the situation is under control, but the death toll continues to climb. Guadalajara's hospitals are making urgent calls for blood donors. The number of dead may rise even higher if hundreds of critically injured survivors do not get the blood transfusions they need. Local authorities visited the disaster site. One official later complained at a news conference that the foreign press was creating the impression that all of Guadalajara had been devastated by the explosion. The disaster occurred in an older working-class section of the city. Meanwhile, officials are investigating reports that a local cooking oil factory had illegally dumped flammable waste into the city's sewer system. Mary Helen Spooner, ABC News, Guadalajara, Mexico.
We have phone numbers for you if you have relatives in Guadalajara and need information or want to help, so please get pencil and paper. U.S. citizens wanting information about a relative who is a U.S. citizen in Guadalajara, for example on vacation, you may call the Citizens Emergency Service Center at 202-647-5225. Our second set of numbers is for information on your relatives who are not U.S. citizens in Guadalajara. English speakers should dial 1-800-842-2200. Spanish speakers can dial 1-800-257-7575. Cash donation should be marked Mexico Gas Explosion Relief and mailed to Red Cross, P.O. Box 37243, Washington, D.C., 213. And another disaster tonight, this one here in the States.
A plane crash in Southern California. The plane was carrying 22 people up for some skydiving, but shortly after takeoff, the plane went down. From the air, you can see that the twin-engine plane crashed nose first. Of the 22 aboard, 16 people were killed. Several of the 6 survivors stumbled out of the craft and were given first aid by bystanders. One man heard survivors still in the plane yelling for help.
The U.S. Supreme Court has denied a stay of execution for Texas death row inmate Billy Wayne White. The 34-year-old White faces lethal injection before dawn for the robbery slaying of a Houston woman during a 1976 robbery. White's attorneys claim that he is mentally retarded. He was actually nicknamed Sleeping Billy because he slept and snored loudly throughout his trial. White's execution would be the 5th this year in Texas.
In East Texas tonight, the city of Rusk has a problem. Rusk is actually turning away new businesses. City leaders say they have no organized business district where new businesses can set up a shop. But a proposal to rezone the city has many residents angry. The Rusk Zoning Commission held a public hearing tonight. KLTV's Jolene DeVito was there. She joins us now live from the newsroom. Jolene, what is the city proposing?
Dana, city leaders in Rusk want to take an area that is now designated residential, and they want to change it to a business district. The proposed changes would affect almost 500 households in Rusk. City officials say they need the changes to make room for growth expected from a new state prison to be built in Rusk. But Rusk residents are fighting the changes.
Question about the 500 feet.
None of these people would lose their homes if the proposed zoning changes take effect, but it could mean a new gas station or a shopping center right across the street, even next door to their homes. But city leaders say they desperately need the changes to help attract new businesses to Rusk.
We want to be prepared for future growth, and we feel like that this rezoning will really help Rusk grow.
The rezoning plan would create an organized business district in a city that many people say right now just doesn't make sense. Drive down Highway 69 and you'll see a house next to a store next to another house. Many Rusk citizens agree there is a problem. They just don't want to give up their privacy to solve it.
We have a quiet, nice little neighborhood there across from Jim Hall Park, and we prefer that it stay that way.
And I'm real interested in everybody in Rusk getting their fried chicken and getting their transmission fixed. But I think that we're not overdeveloped along 69 as we're doing it now.
The people of Rusk won this round against the city. The zoning commission deadlocked on the issue. Now it's in the hands of the city council.
Now, the Rusk City Council will meet next Tuesday to make a final decision on the rezoning issue. Dana?
Jolene, I'm sure Rusk residents are a little worried about what rezoning would do to their property values, too.
Yes, they're very worried. But the Zoning Commission tonight assured them the changes would not affect their property values. The homeowners, however, were not convinced.
Well, thank you, Jolene. Once again, proposed zoning changes have many Rusk residents angry. We will continue to follow the story as it develops.
Tonight, it's Rusk. Tomorrow, Gregg County. In the morning, commissioners meet to approve the newest redistricting plan. Gregg County Judge Ken Walker says this most recent plan would make everyone happy. The Kilgore faction has gotten their wish that the south and west parts of town be placed in Precinct 3. The new plan also creates a minority district in Precinct number 4. The plan previously submitted for approval was thrown out by the federal government, and the commissioners must have a new plan submitted by May the 4th.
We are very confident that we'll meet their criteria and will be approved, in that they have had a large hand in telling us where they would like for these lines to go.
The Justice Department threw out the last plan because it didn't provide for a minority district. Still at large tonight is the third armed suspect in a Tyler robbery. The 3 men fled the scene in this red pickup truck. After trying to outrun Tyler police, they stopped and ran into the woods. Smith County's K-9 unit tracked down 2 of the suspects and caught them. They're arrested. The victim says it's not the first time he's seen these guys.
And I knew their face because they had jacked me about 2 weeks ago. And before I could get to my rifle, they had already kicked in the front door, so I ran out the back to a neighbor's.
Police think that the 3 men are responsible for many armed robberies in North Tyler.
A daycare owner heard the word guilty 99 times today. He's been convicted of molesting children at his center in North Carolina. Robert Kelly Jr. of the Little Rascals Daycare in Edenton, North Carolina, faced 100 counts of sexually abusing 12 children. The reading of the verdict took 35 minutes. The jury deliberated 14 days. Confrontations in Washington today between activists on both sides of the abortion issue. They argued outside the Supreme Court, while inside, attorneys argued over Pennsylvania's strict abortion law. Meanwhile, in suburban Buffalo, New York, nearly 200 pro-life protesters have been arrested outside this women's clinic. The group refused to break up, and police moved in.
That Pennsylvania abortion case was the focus of attention in Austin today. Pro-life and pro-choice activists met at the state capitol to talk about the case. One activist is now calling for a summit meeting should Roe versus Wade be overturned. That meeting, he said, should include members of organizations that handle abortions. The group would look at ways to protect the lives and health of women should abortions become illegal.
We hope that in hearing the Pennsylvania abortion case, the Supreme Court will decide to go ahead and do the inevitable, and that is overturn Roe v. Wade.
We do not expect the battle to be easy, but unquestionably in 1992, pro-choice Texans will be lobbying, voting, and working in record numbers to protect this fundamental right for all Texas women. no matter what the U.S. Supreme Court does.
Many activists from both sides of the issue strongly believe that if the Pennsylvania law is upheld, the 1973 Roe v. Wade ruling would be in jeopardy.
Well, the presidential campaign grind is over for David Duke. The former Ku Klux Klansman says he's halting his GOP bid for the White House. That follows a series of poor primary showings. Duke claims he has started the ball rolling on a number of issues that are now part of the '92 campaign debate, such as welfare changes and U.S. immigration policy.
You're watching Channel 7's East Texas News at 10 with Chuck McDonald, Dana Kay, meteorologist John Adams, Rob Willman on sports, and the East Texas News team.
I'm Dennis Drummond. It's Earth Day 1992. Do you know what your kids are up to? That story up next.
Hi, I'm Angela Kane with Advanced Temporaries, and we're participating in the Tyler Cleanup Day on Saturday, May 2nd. Won't you please come join us?
Drop our new Magnum V8 into a Dodge Ram 150 full-size pickup, and you'll get more horsepower than Ford and Chevy's 5-liter V8s. Now, cashback and package savings mean total savings of up to almost $4,200, making the Ram 150 the obvious choice during the Dodge Dare to Compare Challenge. See your nearest Dodge dealer today and compare.
Look around America, tell me what is there.
When we look around, we see people doing their part for America's quality of life. Every day, Walmart customers recycle paper, aluminum, plastic, and automotive batteries in our stores. And every day they buy more and more products with reduced packaging. It's called caring about the world we live in.
Recycle America, don't just throw it all away.
This week, it's a cool DQ value.
The Blizzard and the Breeze.
In all your favorite flavors.
Peach Bar. Oreo Cookie. M&M. Couldn't be better.
Butterfinger's my favorite.
Your favorite Blizzard flavor treat is on sale now for just 99 cents.
Blizzard!
And your favorite Breeze frozen yogurt treat is also on sale for 99 cents.
All right.
Only at Dairy Queen.
DQ is value country.
Looking at a pickup truck? Well, last year, Americans bought more than 400,000 Ford F-Series. Not surprising, considering that Ford trucks have a higher customer satisfaction rating than Chevy or GMC. So come see for yourself at our Dare to Compare event, where you'll find each dealer's lowest prices. Plus, we're so sure you'll like our truck, we'll give you $100 if you buy a Chevy or GMC truck after test driving the new F-Series. So take it from hundreds of thousands of Americans who chose Ford, or from 100 George Washingtons, but don't take too long.
Bill Clinton is taking aim at President Bush on this Earth Day.
Attacking the president's record on the environment. The Democratic candidate charges that Bush hasn't kept his promise to be the environmental president. He says the administration has allowed major polluters to kill environmental regulations they don't like. Bush says there must be a balance between environment protection and economic growth. Now, Clinton has turned his attention to Bush now that he's almost assured to receive the Democratic nomination for president.
Yeah, the awareness of environmental issues is reaching new heights these days, and the information is being absorbed mostly by kids. KLTV's Dennis Drummond reports they know inside and out what Earth Day is all about.
How can we make sure that our waste products from Freon, like in air conditioners and freezers, is taken care of properly when we bring it to the dump and have to pay for it to be destroyed?
How are we supposed to recycle if there is no recycling center here?
It's not just the students. Students cannot do everything by themselves. We need a whole community to get involved.
Mega Bradley is answering a lot of tough questions this week. She organized Henderson High School's Earth Day activities. Students wearing the chosen color every day are concerned about the environment. The chosen color Wednesday was green.
The environmental focus for today is the trees.
Every week, it takes over 500,000 trees to produce the Sunday newspapers for American households.
Bradley is concerned about the lack of environmental programs in the Henderson area.
I think a lot of people don't realize the situation of the planet and just how bad pollution is becoming.
In Tyler, the students at Dixie Elementary are helping Mother Earth. They've been recycling newspapers and aluminum cans in this bin all year. And the city of Tyler is going to reward them today.
They are running to unload a trash can. They'd like to keep the earth as clean as the school's grounds.
Years to come, who knows what the earth is going to look like for the children of those later years in the future, because there might not even be an earth if we keep destroying it like we've been doing.
Years from now, we might have to wear gas masks just to go outside and play, and it won't seem, we don't think of it now as happening, but it could.
If our children are concerned about these issues, shouldn't we be? Dennis Drummond, East Texas News.
This was the 22nd anniversary Earth Day. The first one was held in 1970. In 1990, the event drew worldwide attention, involving 200 million people in 140 countries.
Well, this next event didn't draw as many people, but it did open up minds to the importance of a healthy environment. Sunday, 1992 was celebrated in Washington with a glimpse of solar cars, solar electricity generators, and natural gas vehicles. Various energy and environment groups sponsored the event with activities in various cities. Some interesting-looking vehicles.
I think you'd look good in that pyramid-shaped car. That would be real good driving down Broadway. Well, you'll be enjoying this beautiful weather a little bit longer. John's up next with your forecast.
And it's a rat race out there, literally. What's the payoff? The story after this.
When you buy your new GMC truck from Bill Wilson and Kilgore, Bill Barrett and Tyler, or Lively and Longview, you're buying the strength of experience. For 80 years, GMC has only built trucks. Test drive one today at your East Texas GMC partners.
Gross. Ew. Delivery.
Hello, Pizza Hut?
Call Pizza Hut for the new Pepperoni Lovers Pizza with 25% more pepperoni than before. One medium's $8.99 and any other medium's just $4 more.
It's 3 for 1 at the 1992 Eisenhower International Golf Classic. Come see a host of superstars from America's 3 top golf circuits, including Fred Couples and Corey Pavin from the PGA Tour. From the Senior Tour, Jim Dent and J.C. Sneed. And from the Ladies PGA Tour, Jan Stevenson and Cindy Rarick. The Eisenhower International Golf Classic, Monday, May 18th at the legendary Willowbrook Country Club, benefiting UT Tyler and sister cities. Save by purchasing your tickets in advance at these locations.
East Texas, now is the time for you to get some truly outstanding savings on the Buick Park Avenue, a Consumer Digest Best Buy, and the Buick Regal at your Texas Best Buick dealers. For a limited time only, you can save big, as these 2 Buick price values are now even better values. Plus, with $1,000 cash back or low 2.9% financing, you can save even more on the Buick Park Avenue and the Buick Regal at your Texas Best Buick dealers.
Hello, my name is Royce Kemp from East Texas Christian Academy. Davy Crockett was one of the most famous defenders of the Alamo. Born in Tennessee in 1786, he eventually moved to Texas after farming in his home state. He served as a congressman during the Jackson presidency before meeting his death in 1836.
John Adams has earned the seal of approval from the American Meteorological Society.
Overnight, things are going to look pretty good for East Texas. Clear skies, 61 degrees, and we'll have a southerly wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Satellite pictures, as we go back through the day, you'll see that Texas had mostly sunny skies, with the exception of a little upper air disturbance passed across the Panhandle and South Plains. And then to the north of us, there is developing some weather going on up in the Central Plains states, and that's along this warm front up in Kansas. We can go to the Garden City, Kansas radar, and you can see that right here where Russell, Kansas is, just east of there, a strong thunderstorm. That one produced at least golf ball size hail in that area, so if you've got relatives in Kansas, they're battening down the hatches for a little bit of rain tonight up in that part of the country. Here's back to the satellite pictures. Things looking great for Texas, and you can see just a little bit of cloudiness back up in the Panhandle. Other than that, a nice evening across the state, and the temperatures cooperating as well, with 70s over the eastern, the north-central portions of the state, 60s in the eastern part of Texas, and also a scattering of 60s back under the clouds out west, but a very pleasant evening across Texas. Tomorrow morning, what we expect to see is mostly clear skies across Texas. Will be cool as temperatures be down around 60 degrees, so nice mild to cool conditions, a good start to the day. Be warm and rather sunny throughout the day for tomorrow. A cloud here or there to call it mostly sunny to partly cloudy at times. And then going on into Friday, will be cool. We will see a front making up to the west, and we are going to have at least a chance for some thunderstorms during the weekend afternoons. Even though that will be in the forecast, I don't think it's going to be a total washout. I think it'll be a pretty widely scattered pattern of thunderstorms coming up for the weekend. In the morning, we'll have sunshine, 61 degrees, about southerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy through the day tomorrow, 81 at noon. Winds pick up out of the south a little bit. And the afternoon is going to be a warm one, 86 degrees. We'll have partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies, southerly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. The weather watchers tonight across East Texas report seeing a lot of stars out there with a clear sky. 70 degrees in Palestine. Henderson, Cecil, Gentry has 70 degrees. Bob Baker and Carthage also. Liberty City at 66. Gilmer, the cool spot, at 64. Quitman, Lowton Cagle, 67 degrees. And Susan Abernathy and Mount Pleasant also reported 67. Here's today's pollen count from Mother Frances Hospital, 1,203. And again, the majority of that's mold spores, as it almost always is. Here's a look at our current conditions. Clear skies now, 71 in Tyler, 70 Longview, 43% the relative humidity. The barometer's rising, winds out of the south at 6 miles per hour. Today's high was 87. The low 51 averages are 78 and 57 for the date. And, of course, no rain, so the monthly total still trying to struggle up to an inch. Sunrise tomorrow, 6:44. The sun will set at 7:58. And we look at the national picture, and you'll see a winter-type storm still spinning up around the Great Lakes as these clouds go into motion. Also, the developing severe weather with severe thunderstorm watch out for a large part of Kansas for tonight. The southeast reporting nice conditions today, and the west coast seeing a few clouds, but not too bad out in that portion of the country. These are a few showers east of the Rockies. Our temperatures, very warm 60s and 70s in the southern part of the country, and the chilly readings up in the upper Mississippi Valley. Forecast for East Texas, we'll see a lot of sunshine tomorrow. 61 in the morning, 81 at noon, and 86 tomorrow afternoon for the high. Winds will be out of the south. And over the next 5 days, we do have that chance of scattered thunderstorms Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But I think we're also going to have some sun mixed in there as well. Tonight's tornado tip: if you live in an upstairs apartment, make arrangements with your downstairs neighbors so that you can go there in the event a tornado threatens. Have a second place of safety in mind should you be unable to get there in time or if the neighbor happens to be gone. But avoid staying upstairs, as the top floor will go, obviously, before the bottom floor. Get downstairs.